The cityscape was a concrete graveyard, overrun by an infestation of the undead. Our protagonist, Ethan, navigated through the deserted streets, a gaunt figure silhouetted against the twilight sky. His eyes darted around, ever watchful, knowing that danger lurked in every shadow. Suddenly, the eerie silence was shattered by the guttural moans of the undead. Ethan whirled around, seeing a horde of zombies emerging from an alley. Panic surged through him, but he gritted his teeth and armed himself with a rusted pipe lying nearby. The fight was brutal, a desperate struggle for survival. Ethan swung the pipe with all his might, bones crunching under the force of his blows. When the pipe broke, he used his fists, clawing and punching his way free. Bloodied but not defeated, Ethan managed to outpace the reanimated corpses and dashed through the shattered remains of the city. Heart pounding, Ethan ducked into an abandoned building. The interior was cloaked in darkness, the silence almost deafening. He moved cautiously, his breath ragged. Every creak of the floorboards magnified in the stillness. Just as he began to think he was safe, a loud crash shattered the quiet. A zombie burst through a window, its decayed hands reaching out. Whipping out a knife, Ethan plunged it into the creature's skull, yanking the blade free only as the zombie collapsed in a heap. He pushed forward, each step a test of willpower. Eventually, Ethan found a small room that could serve as a temporary sanctuary. Without wasting a second, he began barricading the door, shoving furniture and debris to form a makeshift blockade. On the other side, the zombies clawed and pounded, their relentless assault a grim reminder of how precarious his safety was. Sweat poured down Ethan's face as he pushed the final piece of debris, bracing it with all the strength he had left. Their grotesque faces peered through the cracks, but the barricade held for now. The climax of Ethan's ordeal came when he stumbled upon a group of zombies. In an open courtyard, an epic showdown ensued, the air thick with the stench of decay and adrenaline. With every swing of his weapon and every ounce of effort, Ethan fought as though his very soul depended on it. The camera captured each moment in excruciating detail, the ferocity of his strikes, the ghastly visage of the undead, the sweat and blood mingling on his skin. At last, the final zombie fell. Ethan stood amidst the carnage, chest heaving, muscles quivering from exertion. He found a temporary safe haven, a rooftop overlooking the ravaged urban expanse. Exhausted and wounded, Ethan collapsed to his knees, staring out at the desolate yet strangely beautiful landscape. In that moment, hope ignited in his heart. Despite the overwhelming odds, he was ready for whatever came next.